All right, what is up, guys? Aldo here. So in this video, I want to show you how to mint your Phemex Soul Pass, which is basically what Phemex is trying to do with this is become a bit more decentralized. And it's basically, I may be describing this slightly wrong, but it's basically like an NFT that you could hold in your MetaMask wallet, or I believe in any, I'm going to do it in my MetaMask wallet. You could probably do it in some other Ethereum wallets here as well. Wallet Connect, you could use that. I'm going to show you how to do it in MetaMask because that's the way that's the one I use. And that's what most people use. I like to kind of keep it simple. Got my MetaMask hooked up with my Trezor to keep Trezor to keep everything secure. So Phemex is a new exchange that I've been using on and off for some years now. They've made a lot of new improvements lately, and they've survived so far. You know, they've showed a lot of good strength here. Their limit fees are pretty low, which is also a pretty good thing. They're also coming out with what I'll show you later in this video is kind of trading bots kind of within the leverage trading thing, which I believe they could be one of the only exchanges that do that. We're gonna I'm gonna show you kind of like there's AI kind of trading bots, which look, I know you got to use these to kind of assist you to trade. I don't have the most kind of trading bot experience, so I'm gonna start to mess around with these a little bit with just small amounts of money and just see what I could get. You want to use these to kind of aid you to trade in a way that you want to get slow gains over time. This is all about what this is. It's all about what day trading is, scalp trading, swing trading, even long-term investing. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. When you're trying to do it, when you do it slowly and gradually, that's how you win. When you go all out, that's how you lose. It's patient people taking from the impatient. It's kind of that patience game, and it can get boring, it can get monotonous, but that's kind of what you got to fight through. So what I'll show you here, so to get the Phemex Soul Pass, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is have $10,000 worth of, I believe it says, you got to be an active trader, a key partner, or a collaborator. If you have like affiliated, you got friends to join the exchange, I believe you can have access to it, or be an active trader. You only need to have $10,000 worth of spot or leverage trade. Now, $10,000, that's if you buy, say you buy, $10,000 worth of Bitcoin on spot, that's quite a bit. But if you don't want to deposit that much, so what you can do to be eligible here is pretty simple. And, be careful with this. All you really need to do is deposit around $100. I would deposit $100 worth of Tether maybe, or $100 worth of Tether. And what you could do is you can go into like kind of the leveraged area, the margin trading area. And this is the bot. I'll show you the trading bot, but you could go standard mode and you could go on high leverage really quickly. And what you can do is you can place a trade really quickly. If you go 100 times 100, that's 10,000. You could place a $10,000 on an asset that's not moving too much. You go on Bitcoin if it's not moving too much. Place $10,000. You go long right now, 10 grand in, and then take it out immediately. And the most you're probably going to lose is maybe 10, 15 bucks or something. So you're basically paying a very small amount to have access to this. So that's if you don't already trade on Phemex. If you want to already trade on Phemex, it could stack up pretty quickly. And once you have the Soul Pass, you're eligible for a $100 ETH giveaway, and it's also going to be eligible for this pre-mining thing for this new token that they're coming out with. So you could check into that too. I don't think I'm going to do that too much unless it's like really simple automatically. You could kind of do it because I just don't have the time. I'm just not into mining. But if you guys are into that, check that out as well. So I'm going to connect my wallet right here. I'm going to connect it with my MetaMask wallet, and my extension is asking for my password. So luckily you guys can't see my password. I'm going to type that in, and we're going to unlock it. And I want to use my MetaMask wallet. I'm going to open that up, and I see my Trezor right there. And we're going to connect to the Trezor, and we're going to connect to that. So that looks good. So we connected it. That's what we want to do right there. And you can see the wallet address. And now I'm eligible. So I'm just going to hit mint now. And I'm going to mint the token, or mint the NFT. Minting in progress. May take several minutes to mint your Soul Pass for your wallet. Please check your assets page later. So we're going to hit confirm right there, and we're going to mint. And obviously, guys, to do this, click the link to create the account on Phemex. Click the link down below, first link down, to get to this page in the description of this video and the pinned comment down below. So it's minting. May take a few minutes to do that. So while it's doing that, what I'm going to show you guys is how to use potentially the trading bot mode. So this is kind of a new thing, like I mentioned. And what I'm going to show you here for the trading bot is you probably want you know, we're in an environment where I would say neutral to more bearish of an environment. Sure, short term we could, you know, pull up more, but most likely what I don't think we're gonna, you know, jump up to 34, 35K. We can, anything could happen. You know, I'm not right all the time, but for these bots, what you could do here, and I'm just gonna experiment with a real small amount of money, maybe $100 here. Just I've never even done bot trading before, so we're gonna kind of learn this together. I would recommend trying one that's AI recommended, and one that doesn't have a ton of people. There's 761 people here. I feel like everybody and their brother's trying this one, and you want one that's neutral because certain ones are gonna be more long. Most of them see long. I wouldn't go with the long one. I would go with one that's more neutral, a neutral one that's AI recommended. So let's see if we could find that here. That one's neutral. That's AI recommended. 38 people, and this one would be good. That's a smaller return. See, everybody is impatient. They want the crazy high returns, 80%. That's probably not too sustainable. But something that may be more sustainable is going to be something like here. So I want to do this one. This one looks like a good idea. And the default is 50x leverage. Obviously, I would think, I could be wrong on this. Leave a comment down below if I'm wrong. I would say going lower leverage is going to be safer and less returns. Going higher leverage is going to be more risk, more returns. We're just going to keep the standard for this because I just want to try it out. And I'm going to put I'm going to risk $120 here, and we're going to see what happens. I'm going to hit create. I'm going to confirm this to activate the trading bot. So what I'm going to do here, and it's going, and I'm just going to see what happens. We're going to hit details here. We could view our kind of details. Trading bot, you know, returns, nothing so far. I don't even think it hasn't even made a trade, so it's going to wait for its analytics to using AI technology to I think it's at least a little bit of AI to, you know, kind of, you know, do what it needs to do to try to do some trades for us. So hopefully that'll give us some type of return here. I'm only risking $100. I'm just messing around with this. I've never done bot trading, like I mentioned, so we'll see what happens. But that's kind of my 2 cents on, if you are going to do it, how I would recommend kind of doing it. So yeah, that's that. And then let's go back to our Soul Pass here, and we're gonna check. We're gonna check if the Soul Pass has been minted right now. So let's see here. Let's see. I believe. Okay, so yeah, Soul Pass ID. It has been minted. It's right here, so I could like share that. Look at the data right here, all that. So it's all cool. And then got my Soul Pass. Update summary shown below. So that's all cool. Got that and got the data. So I'd recommend sign up with my link down below for Phemex. Good exchange. Also, guys, I'll mention down below, if you sign up with my link down below, if you watch this video and deposit at least $200, so open a Phemex account, deposit at least $200, I'll give you 1 free month in the Aldo Empire VIP Discord, where me and 2 other traders give you, either 2 other pro analysts give you trade signals, you know, exclusive TA, all of that. Give you 1 month free in that if you send me your deposit $200 and send me your UID on Phemex, and open a ticket in Discord or shoot me a DM on Discord with that, and I'll give you 1 free month there. So that's all I want to talk about on Phemex right now. Put that bot trade in. Hopefully it does well. Let me give you an overview on kind of what's happening in the market. So I had a nice long signal in the Discord this morning that we'd done pretty well. You know, I had a video earlier, live stream with the title, you know, we could jump up to 30K, maybe the low 30s again, which I think is a decent likelihood here before potentially coming back down, and that's what we're doing. So I'll get into kind of short-term analysis here. Nothing looks, you know, too bad, kind of at that 30K, psychological 30K level. Probably a lot of shorts are being opened right now, and they may get punished as we kind of come up higher. Now, we're fighting back into the old volume profile, which kind of could potentially bring us up to here or even 30.8K, and nothing looks too bad in these lower time frames. I like the money flow and all these. Money flow is still pretty good. Hourly money flow come down a little bit, but we have money flow kind of crossing upward on the 3 hours, so nothing's bad here. Nothing's really bad, so I think we got a little bit more. I like the money flow crossover in the 6 hour. I think we could potentially come up here or potentially come back to, you know, kind of 30.8K right there, which is a pretty significant point right there. So short term, pretty good. I think we got a week of kind of general kind of bullish action, you know, before we see more of a pullback. But when we get into kind of the macro, you know, I generally think we're going to kind of come down from here. Sure, we could come up to 34. A lot of smart people, think 34, mid 30s, or even higher. It's possible. It's absolutely possible with the 2 week. But with the 2 week red dot here, it looks too much like we want to have that trend reversal similar to this area. Also see, kind of the summer of 2019, that accumulation year, and then summer of 2015, that accumulation year, you did come down. So keep that in mind. That's what I'm looking at for the macro. So I think ultimately, I think we can come up a little bit higher, but then we'll kind of come down. And now the thing too that we want to keep an eye on, obviously, is throughout this jump, Bitcoin dominance, throughout today's jump, went up a little over 0.5%. Looks pretty good. It looks pretty bullish. This is a very Bitcoin dominant rally. A lot of the altcoins continue to bleed against Bitcoin. You got a trigger wave right here on the 3-day. If it plays out like that one, that's another 10% up. That's the place where I think it's probably a really good time to start getting into altcoins. If you could get up a little bit higher here around that 54% area right there, which is going to be pretty big. Bitcoin dominance, I think you got a little bit more, but once you get up to those mid 50s, like see this traffic stop right here, that like place where price likes to stick, mid 50s, I think that's a good place to get into Ethereum, getting altcoins. ETH continues to bleed against Bitcoin right here. Red dot potentially coming deeper into the red, right there. So that's the big thing to potentially come down. I think at minimum you're probably going to come down another 10% ETH versus Bitcoin. It could be potentially a lot worse here. And the reason why I'll show you it could be a lot worse let me show you total too. This is everything excluding Bitcoin, everything but Bitcoin. That could come down another like 30% here, especially with that blood diamond on the weekly, and see those RSIs. Once they come together, which could be in October, is where you may see a bottom for total too. The real, obviously the first bottom was here, and then you had your black swan for the second bottom over here. But even without the black swan, you could still potentially make a lower low with total two, or retest kind of that general area for kind of a Wyckoff accumulation, 1, 2, and then your third bottom. Sometimes it could be lower, so keep that in mind. Again, for the strategy to get into altcoins, I'm going to be starting to DCA, come September, come October, into a diversified portfolio of them, primarily Ethereum, obviously, because that's going to be obviously the safest altcoin. But yeah, and then blood diamond right there on total 3, just like that. So that does mean we'd come down. You may, if you break out of this area, you have a technical target down here at 200 billion. So, if we look at what total 3 did back in June of 2019, that was a big decline. So not out of the question to come down, didn't really bottom out aside from Black Swan till the end of the year. So not out of the question to come down to 200 billion. Again, I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just telling you what it looks like on that. I'm just reporting the news here, just telling you what it looks like on the charts. What I've also, been kind of looking at too is just Ethereum in general. On the short term, we're hitting this point of control, broke out of this area, this newer kind of volume range on Ethereum. This volume range broke out of it. We're hitting that technical target right here, 1870, which is a pretty good point to take profits on ETH longs, I would say, especially since ETH keeps just lagging behind Bitcoin. But for the short term, nothing looks that bad just yet. If I had to guess here, I'd say we probably could come up a little bit higher. But you do have money flow starting to come out on your 16-minute there. I believe that's like almost a bearish div you had there. But now the green dot almost seems like you want to come up a little bit more. So, I could definitely see us jumping up potentially to, 1895 or something is absolutely possible. Maybe even 1926. Who knows here? But Ethereum, with the way it's been lagging against Bitcoin, I'd be a little bit more careful with the Ethereum longs right now. And yeah, you got the green dot in the daily, 2-day wants to print a green dot, trigger wave potentially to print on the 3-day. So yeah, short term, it kind of looks like you keep going. But the 2-week here, you may get, you're getting that red dot. I believe it's not a bearish div, but you're getting the red dot. Money flow wants to come out. Where I'm waiting for Ethereum to potentially kind of start accumulating is when you get into the red, like we did over here, for a beautiful kind of 8-month accumulation, which you're almost there into August. Then your technical target is going to be down there, really. If you break downward around 1200, that would make sense with a lot of Wyckoff accumulations, that kind of 1, 2, and your third one down here. Some people think it could go lower. I don't really think. I think 1200 is the most likely scenario. I don't know though, obviously, but it wouldn't surprise. It's not impossible to come down to 800 or make a lower low. My guess is around, kind of 1200. I think things would have to get pretty bad for you to, pretty bad overall for you to make a lower low for Ethereum. So that's all I got right now, guys. Check out the link down below for Phemex to mint that Soul Pass if you guys are interested in that. First link down below, pin comment as well. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Hope you got something out of the analysis. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye.